Peace and blessings, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Peace to all the gods. Why do I say gods? Because ye are all gods, children of the most highest God. You know what I'm saying? The most high God with the most knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the universe. All right, let's get straight into it. So, in this video or in this broadcast, podcast, Kimcast, we're gonna be going over Silver. So we're gonna be going over the Silver Institute news article. So the Silver Institute, what they do is they put out like news reports and they put out all of these different reports about the stats and statistics about what's going on with the silver market. And I want to go into how I really got or caught traction with just tracking gold, silver, Bitcoin, got invested into all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got me an ounce of silver right here. It's a Canadian maple leaf. So it's like upside down. You know what I'm saying? But how I got into tracking gold, silver, Bitcoin, investing into all of those is one person that really caught my or bring to my attention to or bring my attention to investing into gold, silver, and Bitcoin heavy was Robert Kiyosaki. Now, once I read his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it had a big like effect on me on how I looked at things in the world, how I looked at money, how I looked at investing, and then the reasons why he's even investing into gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Like if you watch Robert Kiyosaki, he talk about that all the time, like oh gold, silver, Bitcoin. It's like he preached that. But the reason I followed up with that and why I was down to even like go along with the reasonings of why he's behind gold, silver, and Bitcoin and is invested into them is because it backs up like a it backs up my reasoning or how I've looked at gold really growing up all my life. I was born in the Nation of Islam, where basically the core teachings is the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad learned these teachings from Master Farad Muhammad, who I believe is God in person. So, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said to save money in gold and silver or convert your dollars fiat money into gold and silver because the US dollar or fiat money is worthless. So that's the reason I keep up and I invest in gold, silver, and Bitcoin as well. It was like a confirming, getting into and listening to Robert Kiyosaki. It was like confirming my already, beliefs about gold, silver, and Bitcoin and why you should not necessarily Bitcoin because the messenger didn't say invest in Bitcoin. That's like an add-on. Like it's something I look at and I'm like, okay, I understand it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? I understand why this is an investment that people will look at and why people would look at it as somewhat like a sound hard money type of asset. Real money. So yeah, let's get right into this Silver Institute report. It's a June report. I don't know why they put out reports so like they don't constantly put up reports like it's August right now, and the only report, the last report that they got out is a freaking June report. But anyway, I'm gonna get into it anyway because it's still relatively new news. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we got the Silver Institute. You know what I'm saying? The Silver Institute, Silver News, June 2022, and here's all of their bullet points that they go over in this one. So they go over silver's use in brazing and soldering applications, uh, forecast to grow 23% through 2030. So that's what through 8 years right now. New member Andean Precious Metals automated method produces large batches of silver nanoparticles. Global X opens first ETF in Europe focused on silver mining, and then new book bullish on silver, and then the last bullet point is Tennessee's latest U.S. state to drop bullion coin sales tax. That's pretty cool. That's tough because like if I sell my, you know what I'm saying. Well, that's in Tennessee though. I mean Tennessee is close to where I'm at, but it's not really. I guess it's good. I guess I could go to Tennessee, sell my silver. You know what I'm saying? Lower sales tax. But all right, before I even get into reading this article, I'm gonna need to know how to say brazing and soldering. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me bring up Google. Have the AI bot say it. Soldering. Uh, yeah, pronunciation. Pronunciation.
Soldering.
Oh, soldering. So why is it SOLD?
Soldering. Soldering.
See, like soldering. Should have just said that. And then brazing. I think I'm saying that right though. Brazing pronunciation.
Brazing.
Yeah, brazing. I'm saying that right. But anyway, silver's use in brazing and soldering applications forecast to grow 23% through 2030. Here go a chart. I'm gonna look at the chart after. It says while often underappreciated, brazing and soldering alloys used an impressive 47.7 million ounces of silver in 2021, representing a 9.3% of the total industrial demand for silver last year. Silver's use in these sectors is forecast to rise 23% to 58.8 million ounces by 2030. Okay, so they're gonna be using this more. That means if they're gonna be using it more, that means supply of silver is gonna be lessening if they're gonna be increasing the use by 23%. It says according to a market trend report, silver and brazing and solder alloy materials published in June by the Silver Institute. It says over the last decade, nearly half a billion ounces of silver have been consumed in brazing and soldering, which are centuries old ways of joining metals together. Brazing and soldering each use different temperatures and are used in dissimilar applications. In general, soldering uses lower temperatures and is used in electrical, jewelry, and other lighter weight applications. Brazing is done at higher temperatures and is most often used to join heavier metal materials like pipes. The report notes that the main growth in silver's use in these applications will come from the future global infrastructure growth, including plumbing and pipe joining, strong vehicle demand, both internal combustion engine and electrical vehicles. Okay, says the report notes that the main growth. So this is big though. It says the future global infrastructure growth. Now it brings up electrical vehicles, right? Now I made I have a video talking about the fourth industrial revolution, and with the increase in electric vehicles, I think I made a video. No, I didn't make a whole video about that, but silver is used in a lot of electric vehicles, basically all of them, right? So I was basically saying, as more electric vehicles get used or get created, along with the EV charging stations, which require lithium and silvers to, even be able to charge a car. I was saying that these metals will basically have a lot of demand going forward, like through the entire 2020 period, I guess, or throughout this entire decade. So that could be good for the price of silver. So just higher demand increases the price, because the more demand you have, the price of something is going to go up no matter what it is, with increasing demand. So it says increased demand will also come from the electronics market, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. The differences between brazing and soldering, how each is done, pros and cons of each, and video links show actual soldering and brazing are included in the report. It says read the press release. Go here, click here to download a copy of the silver. Uh, I might go over that, but let's go over this chart. All right, it says silver brazing and solder alloy silver demand. All right, so it goes. So this is a chart from 2015 to 2030. a 15-year chart. Silver demand and it's going like by million ounces. So you got 35 million ounces, 40 million ounces, 45 million ounces, 50 million ounces, 55 million ounces, and 60 million ounces. So and then at the bottom it says Source World Silver Survey and Precious Metals Commodity Management. Okay. So it's pretty big. I ain't gonna lie. So in 2020, we had like a low from like, all right, so in 2015, silver demand was at 48.8 million ounces. Then it got up to about 50 million ounces in 2019. And then in 2020, it was a big like drop in everything, COVID, market crash, all of that types of stuff. 2020, now it was the silver demand was 44.9 million ounces. And then 2021, last year, was up to 47.7 million ounces in demand. And then just this year, we had about 51 million ounces in demand. And they are projecting this to grow all the way up to 58.8 million ounces of silver for demand or silver demand in 2030. Now, it's interesting that they're using the year 2030 because when you look at a lot of this fourth industrial revolution stuff and you see how much they're looking to go from EV or go from gas to EV, and then you look at gas prices right now for cars and things like that, to where it looks like people are going to look towards electrical vehicles because prices may increase more and more and get inflated more and more to the point where, hold on one second, my mom calling me. Yes. Okay, I will. Dang, man, I gotta help with the groceries. I may have to cut this short then and then pick it back up. So I was at that's tough. I was at dang, going over this chart. I was talking about 2030. Dang, man, I'm gonna pick this back up. But yeah, uh I gotta go help with the groceries. I can always, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could just pause the broadcast, but I can't. So we're gonna end it for now and we're gonna pick this back up at another point.